am a female. Of the species.
She was a skater boy. She's a seal. Do you know that song?
But we're gonna go.
Are you serious?
Where is it from?
What year were you born?
96.
Oh my gosh, Avril Lavigne?
Venus, what song are you singing?
Skater Boy?
No, I don't think I know
Oh my
it.
gosh, like the video if you know what Skater Boy is. What is up guys, you're tuning in to Nikki MGTV for another military video for all your military video needs. As always, you can hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, or down in the comments below if you have questions, or you can hit Zerena on Instagram or Snapchat as well. If you haven't seen the other videos, I'll link them down below that you can check out, or one of these cards up here for whichever video we decide to link to. But let's roll right into this boot camp. These videos do very well. Boot camp videos always do well. So we have to do one, especially since you were in boot camp, what, 2 years ago?
Yes.
Okay, 2 years ago, still more relevant than my almost 11 years. All right, and from a female perspective, I'm obviously identifying as male in this video. You are identifying as female.
I am definitely
just to
female.
make sure that this is clear and concise. So you said that was one of your issues. You're from San Diego, California. Represent Lemon Grove, the LG/Murrieta represent.
Out here.
Pretty much, but San Diego is a pretty good melting pot. I will say you are Puerto Rican nationality, descent, right? What was hard for you going to boot camp in regards to this melting pot with people?
Everyone,
put it kind.
Yeah, everyone coming from different cultures and backgrounds, and everyone was raised differently. So when you
like, if you look at this, like,
yeah,
Hispanic, African American, Hispanic, white Ohio, Hispanic, like,
Ohio?
I know he's from Ohio.
Oh.
Like, this dude was from Missouri. Like, this dude's from, everybody's, it's from everywhere. But
everyone was raised the way you were, and you think your common sense is their common sense, but you guys were raised on different values and morals, and I think that's when the melting pot just like...
Do you know what's funny about that, now that you say that, is we had a kid named Eaton. He was a nuke.
Nice.
And there's a variation in ASVAB scores, which obviously standardized tests and knowledge or education can depend on socioeconomic levels.
True.
He was very privileged as a kid, didn't like being yelled at, didn't like being told he had to be on time, stuff like this, but he was very smart. Then we had people that were like, you know, barely passing the ASVAB, where that dude I think had like almost a perfect score, to somebody that is lower on their ASVAB score, that maybe came from the streets, has a more rough childhood, and it's the total polar opposites, but you still have to work together. Do you have beef with anyone specifically that was just like, you look back and you're like, that person, I hope I never see them again?
It's okay, they followed me all the way, and it was hard because you tried to escape and they were just...
Do you know what's funny though? I feel like there's more people that follow you all the way that you don't want to follow you all the way.
I
like
think it's because you want it so bad.
Where you want to break apart that mold of you guys being together, but the Navy is just opposites
I want you
attract.
guys to be with each other forever.
It's almost a good thing because then you learn how to work with them a little bit.
But a lot of people from my boot camp class, a lot of us were undesignated, so we all came to Japan together.
Well, that's
pretty
good.
Cool, but
yeah.
A few of us all ended up on the same ship.
Did you guys all end up in the same group chat, or the same little group on Facebook?
Yeah, you know, before you join boot camp, they're like, oh, have you ever seen that?
No.
We had like the Navy Deppers from
Let me just tell you guys this. I joined when MySpace was relevant. So...
They had like Instagram pages where they were like, if you're depping, you could join this Instagram page and be like Navy Deppers of the year 2016 and 2017. And everyone just like posts their pictures and what day they're shipping out of boot camp. So I knew people I was going to boot camp with before.
That's nuts. So did you...
I met so many people.
I'm interested to see if you have met people, or how many people have met through like the comments section, because people are like, when are you shipping? When are you shipping? And they meet that way.
I met a few people on your thing.
Yeah.
I had to find it. I was like, who's going on this day?
So,
hi, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah. Don't know who you are, but send this video to her, okay?
I will.
Next is showering. So I'll say this. As a dude, it's easy. You have short hair. You probably could not even use shampoo and be okay. Wash your body. Get out of there. For us, when we went through, there was no organization as far as where your stuff went. It was like, just put it somewhere. If you got a bench spot, cool. If not, you threw it in a corner. That way you didn't mix up with someone else's stuff. Yeah. Well, boot camp, everyone's stuff is just all over the place. But females, you guys have hair that's like curly. Oh, that must have been bad for you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I thinned out my hair before boot camp.
Okay.
but it still ended up growing, and I cut it and
Well,
it still grew.
I mean, obviously, with you not being able to really probably do a proper shampoo, you're like, my hair's oily, you know.
It was rough. I started getting like those, I was tying my hair back so bad, it started getting like pimples in the back. They just sent me to medical.
Oh, that's not good.
I had like a loose bun shit. It was like a loose bun. It's pretty cool. That was different.
You were the one different person.
One different person. If you're a guy, TMI warning after this.
It's about the shower?
Yeah.
Oh, tell me.
Yeah. Half of the compartment. How many people are it's like in that one compartment?
There's 80 people. 80 people.
No, technically 88 people.
What? Okay.
88 people
See,
in the
I'm lost
compartment. Well, I mean, the first few weeks people start like.
Yeah, they're dropping.
Left and right, but total of 88 people, and then you don't know these people, and you all walk in, and they're like, get undressed, and you have to shower. And it's not like, oh, let's shower. It's like they're cold. There's rarely any like hot water, and everyone like is gonna migrate, and you're like touching soapy like skin. You're migrating towards each other.
You're huddled around that one huge pole.
Yeah, it's like a thick old pole.
The thing about it is, someone asked me that they were like, "Is there any way that we can get a private shower?"
No,
and I was like, I find it interesting that people think that there's some way to modify boot camp for them, and I'm like, you have to go to boot camp thinking you are there to do whatever they tell you to do. At that point,
awkward. And then come holiday routine is the day where ladies like to shave, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Oh, so, man,
yeah.
So I don't want to imagine keeping that drain clean, but okay.
Yep.
Nails, it was fine.
Yes, I mean, you guys could just balls to the wall and like hot spot and you're good.
You are very right. I did hotspot a couple times.
Hotspot and you're done.
Especially because there were times where you're told you got so little time and you just hop in, hotspot, get... Like, I was told that we were being dropped while I'm in the shower naked. So I was like, okay.
Because they're going to drop you.
And I'm like, great, I just showered. Now I'm going to go sweat again. And I don't get another shower.
It sucks when they're rushing you because then everyone's stuff is usually on the floor. If you don't get a bench, your stuff is going on the floor and everyone's like wet trying to get it. Everyone's moving. Everyone's clothes gets messed up and it's just like you're wearing someone else's clothes.
And you use like arbitrary markers of where your stuff is at. It's like, okay, it's the second stall on the bottom under that thing, which is kind of by this little pole and this spot on the floor.
By the men's urinal, underneath, on top.
Yeah.
In the little cubby.
I heard some horror stories in regards to stinkiness too. Yeah. Like there's a lot of BO from female side.
It's rough. It's the tampons.
Believe it or not, it's not a prerequisite to teach people how to shower before they join the military, even in the fleet.
Oh, in the fleet.
We'll
talk about deployment.
Yeah, we'll talk about on deployment, but that's a good topic because as a corpsman, I pride myself on like being clean, and so when I see people that aren't doing that, I know that you're busy, but the shower is like one thing you gotta do. 5 minutes, just do it.
Yeah, the RDCs did good in boot camp of praising. Like, if you didn't shower, like, I would not shower with the rest of the girls. I would get kind of like a courtesy shower because I was always working as a yeoman. You were doing everyone's paperwork. They would let me shower after hours with the other yeomans, and we would get the showers to ourselves. So, but they had to make sure that everyone showered every single night.
Yeah.
Like, everyone needs to shower.
And I think a lot of people forget, there are rules to boot camp. Like, you have to have a shower. You have to eat your meals. You have, like, I'm not saying like it's not hard. I'm just saying like there's rules, just like they're on the fleet of like what is required or expected, and they have to meet those requirements. So it's drama. I'll say that. For the guys, we had a couple bad apples that were like they could not get on the same program, or they would just have issues in regards to like getting their stuff together.
I think the girls we worked really well with each other during the day. Emphasis on the day.
The day.
The red lights were not on. We worked really well. We were always like, all right, let's do this. And when one person got dropped, we all like made a pact that night one time. That's a different story.
Did that work?
We made a pact that night that when one person gets dropped, we're all getting dropped because it's one team, one fight. You know what I mean?
You know what happened to us? We did that same pact. But they were just like, I love this. The RDCs, they were like, I just want to beat you guys now because now you guys are all down.
Now you guys get it.
Yeah, and so it never made them be like, oh, this isn't fun. No, they were like, I love this even more. More people to PT.
Yeah, but everyone worked out though. It was cool. Our RDC would come in and he was like, do you guys want to get dropped? Yes, buddy, officer. So we all got dropped. We do push-ups and he would do it with us. He was so proud of us.
Every drop or beating went from like, I'm mad at you guys to like, we got this. Let's keep going. You know, like
more.
You know, and I'll say this. I think I've said this in other boot camp videos, but you know it was a bad day for somebody as they're walking to chow and they're drenched in sweat before they go.
And everyone's like red cheeks.
Yeah, red cheeks, and you can tell like.
They will intentionally beat you before chow because after chow you have to wait like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
There's like a rule, but they will beat you before chow.
I knew somebody that knew somebody in boot camp, and I think this will apply to some people out there. The Navy is very small.
It's a small
Or
Navy.
any boot camp or service, because obviously I know recruit division commanders. You have an uncle that knew a recruit division commander.
A lot of them,
So,
actually.
Yeah, there's a couple hundred of them. Maybe, I don't know how many RDCs there are.
There's a lot.
But there's a lot. I mean, even still, like, your name's going to go around. So what happened to you?
I got dropped every single day by a chief. We're going to leave her name blank.
She's a nice lady. I actually had a guy in my division as well. Sigelski had a dad, which was a RDC. I think he was a senior chief. And he almost dropped his name, his dad's name, thinking he was going to be like, oh, I know your dad, that's what's up. To like, no, they just use it to mess with him at that point. So, I guess pick your poison. I mean...
A girl used to do that in A school. She's like, my dad's a senior chief. And everyone's like, we don't care.
Yeah, I mean...
It doesn't work.
Do not use your parents, your family, whoever it is, as your golden ticket of like, well, I know this person.
It's not going to work.
Build your own legacy.
Equal opportunity.
Build your own legacy is what I'm going to say. Let's use this example. It'd be like Jaden Smith, Will Smith's son, going around saying, my dad is Will Smith. No one cares that your dad is Will Smith. If we're going to listen to music or watch a movie, we're more so probably going to go watch your dad. You have to prove that you have the skills or that talent to be an actor, a rapper, a singer, whatever else. So just to kind of get that example out there. Next is ranking up. You went in as an E3,
Yep.
but you were a yeoman, and this is why I tell people that are already E3, don't even go expecting a job, but you excel in whatever you do, it sounds like.
I didn't want it.
Yeah, but you did it. So anyway, you end up getting your yeoman position, which is... Was that on purpose, by the way?
No, it was a bitch position.
All
Don't
right.
do it.
Yeah, yeoman is hard. You are like
You're
literally...
running all over two bases, back and forth, double
Well, we had a
timing.
girl that was a yeoman. She was a little bit older, later 20s, had a master's in like Latin or something. They made her the yeoman, but she did the RDC's job like day in, day out. That's pretty much what it was. So
you were in that fishbowl all day. You got out of beating sometimes.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
If you're messing up, oh yeah, the beatings.
I'm not going to say who my RDC was, but she brought us Chick-fil-A a few times.
Probably because you saved her. Right? As far as ranking up, you said all the other yeomen had actually made rank in boot camp.
Mm-hmm.
I always talk about you can refer people, you can pass your depth test, study all the start guide.
Yes.
That's it. Like literally, it's all basic information. I think you being in now, you can say the start guide, the depth start guide it's easy. You need to know that no matter what. And then pass your first PRT, which even now you get 2,000 for that. On top of if you pass the test in that, you make E2 or E3, depending on if you're already at E1 or E2. And then while you're in, you choose a leadership, not choose. You get selected.
Usually selected.
For a leadership position, which you can then possibly make rank as well.
That's what my ARPOC did. He came in as an E1. He passed his depth test and his first PRT. They ranked him up to an E2. Then for being ARPOC, he made out of boot camp E3.
Next, you were an integrated division. I was integrated division. We're going to talk about the males. How was it being a female dealing with males? Because this is an interesting perspective I've never asked before. Next, you were an integrated division. I was integrated division. We're going to talk about the males. How was it being a female dealing with males? Because this is an interesting perspective I've never asked before.
They like to look.
Yeah.
But you can't touch, obviously. You can't do anything. Like, you don't touch.
There are people that have done it, though,
Yeah.
sadly. You should, to be honest, you shouldn't be trying to go to boot camp to hook up with somebody.
Yeah, which happens, because right when you graduate, everyone's in love with each other. But
Well, you guys spent 8 weeks. It's long.
oh, God,
It's
such a long
almost like a
life.
reality show.
Let's just get married.
Yeah. I was going to say, it's like a reality show. It's a lot of drama. People pass notes. Did you guys pass notes, or people have people that pass notes?
No.
Oh, you guys are...
The furthest it went was like a watchstander, like, you know, like little roving watchstander. Like,
Yeah.
flicked off the other watchstander, so the guys were just like back and forth. Watchstanders were flicking each other off. And then the roving OOD like walked by and saw them both flicking each other off. I think that's as far as our division got when it came to
no, we had people flirting, passing notes back and forth.
Oh no.
Those people aren't together anymore. Say that.
Don't get married after boot camp.
Oh no.
Please don't do that.
Or A school or whatever, man. And also, don't marry a first class at your command. Okay. I'm kidding.
He transferred.
He transferred. Okay. Put some respect on his name. Sorry, bro. You're coming in for an OS video if you watch this.
TMI again, guys.
This is all as far as it's normal human being stuff. Just listen.
A lot of females came in not knowing how to use female hygiene products. So you would have to teach them and like be really open and patient with it if they don't know what to do. But if you are coming in, like be aware when it comes to your swim test and you are menstruating, they are going to tell you that you have to have a tampon in because it's sanitary reason. You're going in a pool with thousands of other people that go in that pool every single day.
Yep.
So just be mindful, little things like that.
If you have questions about that, you can always hit her up on Instagram, Snapchat, or down in the comments below. She will read them as she always probably does. But you can also hit me up as well, probably not about female problems or issues, but you can hit me up as well about boot camp if you're just curious about general questions or male stuff as well. But you can hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, or down in the comments below. I love you guys. I'll see you.